Right.media.
Good evening and welcome to the SWOSU Coaches Show. It's the last Coaches Show for this calendar year for 2021. I'm Mike Smith, and let's open up the segment with women's basketball coach Kelsi Musick. And Coach, thanks for the visit, as this will be the last Coaches Show for at least 2021. We'll obviously get it cranked up again after the new year.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you here. And right now, the Lady Dogs running a hot streak right now, 4-0 in conference play, and you picked up win number 10 the other night, last night on Tuesday over Southern Nazarene. So, right now things are really rolling your way.
Absolutely. We've been putting in a lot of work. I think the Tip-In Classic at the beginning of the year really did help us get better, see what we needed to work on, and we've really been able to hone in on those mistakes that we made early so we can continue to grow and climb that mountain.
72-60 win over Southern Nazarene on Tuesday night. Your thoughts about the last performance?
I thought for the first three quarters we did pretty well. We didn't score as much in the first quarter as we normally do. The only thing I'm honestly disappointed with the last probably 5 minutes of the game. We made some careless mistakes, some turnovers that we shouldn't have, other than the 7 missed free throws and the multitude of layups we missed. I mean, I guess I could go on and on, but we still did pretty well considering they're an extremely physical team. They ride us to the rim, and, they definitely are one of the better defensive teams in our league. And for us to still be able to maintain our lead was pretty impressive.
We talked on the post-game show, Cassandra Awat goes for 28, but you hold everybody else down. All the rest of their shooters, we knew that they had an opportunity to shoot the ball well, but the defense did a really good job on everybody else.
Yeah, Awat's hard to guard. she shoots the hardest shot in the game of basketball for women, in my opinion, which is the jump shot. And she can just elevate. She can stop on a dime, and that's just a harder shot to guard. That's usually the shot you want to force people to take, and that is her best shot, in my opinion. So she had a really good game, and she does make it difficult to guard to a certain extent. There are things we can obviously continue to improve upon, but considering she got her points and we were able to hold everyone else under double digits, that was a great thing for us.
All right, so you had a practice this morning, and now officially, we talked before we went on the air here, you're on holiday break. How about that?
Yes, I'm sure they're excited to be away from me for a while. But I think everyone's excited to just have a little time off to let their bodies recover and rest and, spend time with their family and remember the reason for the season. And, I hope they all have a very Merry Christmas. But once we get back, we have no time. We literally have 1 day of practice, and we're getting on a bus to go to Arkansas.
And speaking of Arkansas, that Arkansas trip consists of Arkansas, Monticello, and Southern Arkansas. Those games December 30th and also on New Year's Day. Your thoughts about taking that first trip to Arkansas? It's been a while since we've had that Arkansas trip.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and I think the biggest thing is it's a long ride. They've got to realize that they're going to be sitting for a long time. Once we get there, we got to get the bus off our legs, and they've got to handle it like a business trip. We're literally driving down there for 2 games, and it's going to be in the middle of another holiday as New Year's Eve and New Year's. But we've got to be very mature and be able to handle getting off a bus for that long and then being able to perform at a high level, because they get to be comfortable in their own beds, in their own homes, and we're on the road in a hotel and on a bus for a long amount of time. So we just have to be really mature and be ready. I know Monticello, they're extremely athletic, and they're going to try to, run a lot of sets and push the ball on us. But Southern Ark, they've been putting up a lot of points. They've been giving up a lot of points, but they put up a lot of points. So that's going to be a track meet pretty much.
All right, sounds good. We wish you and your family a Merry Christmas. We'll see you right after Christmas and head to Arkansas and get ready for a couple of games on December 30th and on New Year's Day.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas.
All right, thank you very much. And we're back with more of the SWOSU Coaches Show next.
Are you considering home health and hospice for a loved one? Shepherd Home Health and Hospice in Clinton knows that this is one of the most important decisions that you will ever make. This is your loved one, after all. Shepherd Home Health and Hospice is a trusted name in the home health and hospice industry. Locally owned and operated since 2006, Shepherd Home Health and Hospice has serviced Clinton and the surrounding areas with caring and dependable service. See what Shepherd Home Health and Hospice can do for you and your loved one today.
There's a new energy in Oklahoma, wind and natural gas working together, keeping your energy prices steady and affordable. Clean, affordable, natural gas and wind. Oklahoma's new energy from PSO. There's a new energy in Oklahoma, wind and natural gas working together, creating jobs and more money for communities and schools. Clean, affordable, natural gas and wind. Oklahoma's new energy from PSO.
Weatherford Regional Hospital is committed to serving Western Oklahoma with the best facilities, technologies, and employees. Everything from the convenient care clinic to the highly trained oncology department to the top-of-the-line mammography and x-ray equipment, down to the women's center, nursery, and emergency room. Weatherford Regional Hospital strives to provide you with a safe, clean, comfortable environment. Give them a call today or check them out online at weatherfordhospital.com.
Need your oil and filter changed? Take your vehicle to CJ Southwest Tire in Weatherford. There is no appointment needed. Bring your car, truck, or diesel in today. You can wait in the comfort of their smoke-free lounge while experienced technicians change your oil and filter on your vehicle. CJ Southwest Tire on the corner of Main and Kansas in Weatherford. Your Bridgestone and Firestone dealer. CJ Southwest Tire. See them on Facebook and at cjsouthwesttire.com.
And we're back on the SWOSU Coaches Show. I'm Mike Smith, and in this segment, we're visiting with women's basketball player Macy Gore. Macy, thanks for the visit.
Thanks for having me.
Talk a little bit about the game with East Central. It was last Saturday, and you kind of got off to a hot start. You knocked down 6 triples on the day overall. Talk about, first of all, the game, and what's it feel like when you're in the moment, when you got all that adrenaline going and you're knocking down the triples?
I just have to remember just stay communicating with my teammates because, as Coach always says, our defense will lead to our offense. So that game, I think our team did a great job of communicating on defense because they set a lot of screens and there's just a lot of false movement away from the ball. So we did a great job communicating on defense, and that eventually led to our offense.
Talk about the season so far. Right now, 10 wins on the season, 10-2 overall, 4-0 in conference play. How do you feel like the team is coming together as you have a mix of experienced veterans and also some new faces as well?
I think we're really improving. Like Coach said, that first tournament with Drury and West Texas and Central Mo, that was a great tournament to go to at the start, just to kind of see, Drury's been in the Elite Eight for how many years, and that just kind of gave us a little idea of where we needed to be, and I think that really helped us, and we have some younger players that are really stepping up and playing into their role, and they're doing a great job.
What's it like playing with your sister, Carly Gore?
It's fun. I mean, I really haven't known anything else because we've grown up playing since we started basketball. So it's fun because since we've played so long, we kind of know what each other's going to do. And just being able to know what each other's going to do kind of helps play into our game.
You ever have a little sibling rivalry off the floor a little bit of, well, should have done this, should have done that, or I had a better game today. Anything like that?
Sometimes. Sometimes we try not to do that because it could lead to an argument or something. So,
But overall, you guys have fun together.
yes.
So, talk a little bit about the holiday coming up. What are your plans for the holiday?
I'm going to go home and spend time with my family and make sure that I do the workouts and everything because we do not want to get back out of shape because we come back and play right as we come back. So I'll be in the gym and just relax and be able to recover and hang out with my family.
All right, sounds good. And your quick thoughts about the first Arkansas trip that you'll be going on when you come back from the holiday break?
I'm actually really excited. I've never been on an Arkansas trip since I've been here. So, because of COVID last year, and I transferred at Christmas of my freshman year and didn't get to play. So, I'm excited and ready to see what the Arkansas teams are like.
All right, sounds good, Macy Gore. Thanks for the visit and have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, you too.
All right, thank you. And Macy Gore with us on the SWOSU Coaches Show. We're back with more coming up next.
When it's time to unwind, pick up a bottle of your favorite stuff at Butcher's Wine and Spirits in Weatherford. All the top brands at the absolute best price. From whiskey, bourbon, gin, and scotch to your favorite craft, import, or domestic beer, Butcher's has you covered. And when it comes to wine, Butcher's has the best selection in town. And don't forget to check out their sale rack with deep discounts. Butcher's Wine and Spirits on Main in Weatherford.
Your parents have always protected you and provided the best way they knew how. Now it's your turn to make sure that they are taken care of. Corn Heritage Village and Rehab of Corn and Weatherford is a community providing long-term and skilled nursing care to enhance the lives and meet the needs of individuals and families. Their mission is to provide the highest level of care for your loved ones. Visit them at cornheritage.org or find them on Facebook.
Families and CK Energy Electric Cooperative, it's the ideal partnership. CK Energy makes every customer an owner of the business. Unlike other electric utilities, CK Energy exists to make sure your needs are always met, not to make a profit. We are locally owned and operated, and we are always there with you, reinvesting in your community. That's why in an electric co-op, the people have the power. Owned by our communities, committed to our members.
CK is your energy.
On the corner of Custer and Main Street in Weatherford, More Than Medicine stands ready to fill your prescriptions in a fast, friendly, and professional way. They also offer an outstanding selection of gifts for people of all ages. Their Gold Crown Hallmark card selection is second to none, and More Than Medicine is the perfect place for a bridal registry. All this, that's why it's called More Than Medicine. Corner of Main and Custer in Weatherford. They're on call for you 24 hours a day.
Back on the SWOSU Coaches Show, I'm Mike Smith, and we're joined by men's basketball coach Terry Evans. And coach, after a big win last night against Southern Nazarene, the Bulldogs right now sitting 500 in the GAC at 2-2, and certainly after a rough start in a couple of games in the GAC, 2-2 sounds really good right now.
Oh yeah, it does. It does. It looks really good. 3-1 would look better, especially 3-1 be tied at the top. And 4-0 would look wonderful, but it is what it is. You know, we played a tough schedule, and probably 3 or 4 teams that are ranked are going to be ranked. And I think it's prepared us. You know, it made us tougher, and we end up winning a couple tough games to get to 2-2, and hopefully we can keep it up.
No doubt we've talked in previous pre-games and post-games that Damion Thornton has certainly made a difference in this team coming back, but how has the rest of the team grown by having that difficult schedule?
Everybody's gotten tougher. Everybody knows what it takes to win. They know you got to defend and rebound at a high level. You have to play like a grown man, especially when you're in those physical games. And Damion makes us just so much better offensively, especially when we have good spacing. Now he didn't have the ideal game that he would like last night, but here we are being critical of him, and he had a double-double. So 13 points and 13 rebounds, which is amazing. But, he knows he had too many turnovers, but 3 or 4 of those were on calls, running our inbounds play. They called a foul on him there. They called carrying the ball, which if you're going to call that, then everybody on the floor is going to have a turnover because everybody carries the ball. So I thought some of those were unfair to him. He made good passes to teammates that weren't completed, and he was credited with that turnover, especially when we throw it into the post and it doesn't reach the desired person that you're passing it to. You get a turnover. So some of those turnovers weren't nearly as bad as the stat sheet said, but I thought he played really well, and I thought our team as a whole really stepped it up and played well. And they've learned how to play without him, during these games, but they've also been playing with him for 2 years. So he definitely helps us.
And I don't want to sound like that one person makes the team, and I know it does not. But however, when you look at Damion Thornton, I just felt like when he came back, I felt like the team just took a collective sigh of relief. Did you get that same feeling?
Yeah, he adds another ball handler. He adds another playmaker on the floor. He's a great rebounder. He's getting better and better every day with his passing and shooting, and he's going to continue to get better, especially passing the ball. We all have to improve in that area. That's probably one of our weaknesses. We're not great passers right now, but we're getting better. I think our assist to turnover ratio is showing that. Early in the year we were 34 assists to 54 turnovers, and now it's getting closer to at least even. So we're getting better and better every game. Our defense is getting better. Last night, they scored a lot of points off of our press, which, the dumb coach needs to get you out of the press when other teams scoring a lot of points off your press. So I'll take blame for some of those points that they scored. And second half, we just played solid defensively and came out with the win.
Too, when you get a couple of wins back to back, it shows a lot of confidence, I think, in the team, and they're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
You're exactly right. You have to actually win the game to gain confidence. You learn a lot from losses. I mean, we've lost some games and we watch film and we've learned a lot, but you still need to come out on top sometimes, and to get that win and go to the locker room and get to celebrate and go out and eat together, and the camaraderie that it brings about makes a big difference. And to get a win against a quality Division II opponent, in my opinion, is what it's all about. I could have scheduled 4 Rudy Boots to come in here and play, and we would have got the same win. But to me, that's not what it's about. It's about winning against teams that are at your level, doing great in your own conference, and that's our goal. Our goal is to do the best we can do in the regular season. If we win it, hey, great. But the bottom line is you have to win that conference tournament in order to get to the NCAA tournament. Right now, our conference isn't highly regarded like it's been in the past. In the past, we've gotten 3 and 4 teams in the NCAA tournament. And right now, we don't even have a team ranked in the top 25. So it's going to probably come down to whoever wins our conference tournament. And our goals are still right in front of us. Our goals are to do great in this league, whether we finish first, second, third, or fourth, get to the conference tournament, and then win that conference tournament. So get to the NCAA tournament. That's our goal.
Coach, what about the next opponent? It's a non-conference ball game with Dallas Baptist on Saturday. And what do you know about Dallas Baptist? And obviously, they are a quality opponent as well coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, they're really good. When we put the schedule together, we knew we were going to play top-ranked West Texas on the road. We were going to play top-ranked Fort Hays on the road. Both of those teams are ranked. We knew we were going to play a ranked team in Dallas Baptist on the road. They were ranked in the top 25, and I think they lost a couple of games and aren't ranked right this second. But they're a quality team. We knew this was going to be a tough schedule. So, and it was going to prepare us for our ultimate goal. Our goal wasn't necessarily to go 28-0 or 30-0. Our goal is to get better and better every day and be playing our best at the end when it's tournament time. That's where we want to be.
After Saturday's game, what happens during the holiday break, Coach?
Well, Division II has this rule that I don't think any other division has, where you have to take pretty much 7 to 10 days off. It's what it amounts to. And you can't get in the gym, you can't get in the weight room, you can't do anything. So hopefully I get kids go back, they get healthy, get well. Hopefully they can find a gym where they can get in and get some work done, get some shots. A lot of these kids get to go back to their old high schools and work with some of their high school buddies and high school teams. And it's kind of good to get away, especially if you have a nagging injury or something like that. And we do have some guys that are banged up. So it's coming at the right time for us. And just to get away and be with your family for a few days. And it's kind of, in a way, it's a good rule. I just don't like the amount of time that we're off. Normal away time would be 3 or 4 days for me. But to take off from what our last game is, the 20th or the 18th all the way until the 28th, that's 10 days. That's tough. But we do it every year. Everybody has to do it. Everyone is supposed to be following the exact same rules. So it works out okay. I just wish we had more time when we return to practice and get these guys prepared before you actually play a game. We come back on a Tuesday. We travel to play one of the Arkansas teams on a Wednesday, and then we actually play that Thursday and Saturday. So it's a quick turnaround when you return, and I think that part is kind of unfair. But other than that, it's a good rule. It's a good time for our young men to get away.
Men's basketball coach Terry Evans, thanks for the visit. We appreciate it as always. Have a Merry Christmas, and we will see you obviously this weekend at Dallas Baptist, but also for the road trip to Arkansas.
All right. Thank you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Coach. And we'll have more of the SWOSU Coaches Show coming up next.
Are you considering home health and hospice for a loved one? Shepherd Home Health and Hospice in Clinton knows that this is one of the most important decisions that you will ever make. This is your loved one, after all. Shepherd Home Health and Hospice is a trusted name in the home health and hospice industry. Locally owned and operated since 2006, Shepherd Home Health and Hospice has serviced Clinton and the surrounding areas with caring and dependable service. See what Shepherd Home Health and Hospice can do for you and your loved one today.
There's a new energy in Oklahoma, wind and natural gas working together, keeping your energy prices steady and affordable. Clean, affordable natural gas and wind. Oklahoma's new energy from PSO. There's a new energy in Oklahoma, wind and natural gas working together, creating jobs and more money for communities and schools. Clean, affordable natural gas and wind. Oklahoma's new energy from PSO.
Weatherford Regional Hospital is committed to serving Western Oklahoma with the best facilities, technologies, and employees. Everything from the convenient care clinic to the highly trained oncology department to the top-of-the-line mammography and x-ray equipment, down to the women's center, nursery, and emergency room. Weatherford Regional Hospital strives to provide you with a safe, clean, comfortable environment. Give them a call today or check them out online at weatherfordhospital.com.
Need your oil and filter changed? Take your vehicle to CJ Southwest Tire in Weatherford. There is no appointment needed. Bring your car, truck, or diesel in today. You can wait in the comfort of their smoke-free lounge while experienced technicians change your oil and filter on your vehicle. CJ Southwest Tire on the corner of Main and Kansas in Weatherford. Your Bridgestone and Firestone dealer. CJ Southwest Tire. See them on Facebook and at cjsouthwesttire.com.
And we're back on the SWOSU Coaches Show. I'm Mike Smith, and we're joined by men's basketball player Damion Thornton. Damion, thanks for the visit. You're on our last edition of the SWOSU Coaches Show, at least for this calendar year.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
We're glad to have you aboard. I guess, first of all, congratulations on being selected as not only Bulldog of the Week, but you also got to share the GAC Men's Basketball Honor of the Week. So congratulations on that honor.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about the ball game against East Central last Saturday. You came out, and that was your season debut. You scored 36 points. And how did it feel, first of all, just being on the basketball floor once again?
Man, it felt really good, honestly. It's been a while. It's been like, I want to say probably almost close to a year, about 9 months since I've played the actual game. And so it felt real good. It was good to be out there with the rest of the guys and stuff like that. And can't really thank nobody else but God for letting me go out there. And thanks to my mom for looking over me. So it felt real good.
What about having fans back in the stands? What's that mean?
Oh man, it was huge, man. You go from COVID to not having nobody in the stands to having some fans, and it's always been good here at SWOSU when the fans come out and stuff like that. They support like no other, so it was real fun. I like it, and they definitely were hyped throughout the whole game, so it was real good.
So back-to-back wins now in the GAC, which puts the Bulldogs at 2-2. Your thoughts about where the Bulldogs sit right now in the GAC going into break, even though you have one more non-conference game on Saturday. But when you look at it from a conference standpoint, your thoughts about being at 2-2 at the break?
Well, I really wish that we were kind of 4-0. I feel like we could have been. Remind you, I didn't play the first two conference games and stuff like that, but they were definitely winnable without me. But I'm not too mad. I'm not too devastated about where we're at. I think the only team is Southeastern that is undefeated in conference. I think they're 3-0. So I think we're tied for everybody else right now. So it's not too shabby. Since I came back, we've been 2-0 in the conference. So I'm not, I feel good about us moving forward. So
what do you hope to focus on over the break?
Over the break, we get like 10 days off. So hopefully we can all get in the gym and, continue to be, basketball players and stay in shape and everything like that. We can't practice at all for 10 days. So I just hope that everybody, continues to be in shape, get some shots up, work on that game, and then get ready when we come back.
What did you do basically during the off season up until you returned last Saturday to work on your game and to make your game even better than last year?
Well, I didn't shoot the ball that well last year. Well, I didn't shoot it that much, that is. And I had to become more of a true guard for my position and stuff like that. I feel like I was somewhat one-dimensional last year, and I was kind of just like scoring in like the mid-range area and stuff like that and kind of getting layups. So I had to extend my range outside the three-point line and stuff like that. They would leave me open. So I was like, okay, y'all do that, I'm gonna knock these shots down. And so I did the ECU game. Didn't shoot that many last night versus SNU, but it's more to come. Don't worry. But I had to work on my game. I had to work on my dribbling. I kind of play the point a little bit now, so I kind of do a little bit of everything. So I just had to work on all of that. That's what Coach Evans told me to do, and I had to do it.
You've been here for a little while in the system. How have you become a leader for those who are just new to the program?
Well, I like not to think myself as a leader because, one, I'm not really a vocal leader. I'll say a couple things and stuff like that to the team, but it's not like LeBron James for the Lakers and whoever he's playing for and stuff like that. But I kind of more of like I go out there and do it type of guy. I'll show my game and everything like that. I try to hustle, try to play some defense, and try to just encourage everybody else to do the same. If one person does it, the rest of the team will follow and stuff like that. So that's in the leader aspect, but I try my hardest just to go out there and do it rather than kind of speak it and stuff like that. So.
All right. Well, Damion Thornton, thanks for the visit here on the last edition of the SWOSU Coaches Show, at least for this calendar year, as we'll be back on the air in the first week of January. But certainly enjoy the holiday, enjoy the break, and we look forward to seeing you once again December 30th as we get rolling back in GAC play.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. Merry Christmas, Bulldogs, and Happy New Year.
All right. Thank you. Same to you, Damion. Take care.
All right. You too.
Damion Thornton with us on the SWOSU Coaches Show. More coming up next.
When it's time to unwind, pick up a bottle of your favorite stuff at Butcher's Wine and Spirits in Weatherford. All the top brands at the absolute best price. From whiskey, bourbon, gin, and scotch to your favorite craft, import, or domestic beer, Butcher's has you covered. And when it comes to wine, Butcher's has the best selection in town. And don't forget to check out their sale rack with deep discounts. Butcher's Wine and Spirits on Main in Weatherford.
Your parents have always protected you and provided the best way they knew how. Now it's your turn to make sure that they are taken care of. Corn Heritage Village and Rehab of Corn and Weatherford is a community providing long-term and skilled nursing care to enhance the lives and meet the needs of individuals and families. Their mission is to provide the highest level of care for your loved ones. Visit them at cornheritage.org or find them on Facebook.
Families and CK Energy Electric Cooperative, it's the ideal partnership. CK Energy makes every customer an owner of the business. Unlike other electric utilities, CK Energy exists to make sure your needs are always met, not to make a profit. We are locally owned and operated, and we are always there with you, reinvesting in your community. That's why in an electric co-op, the people have the power. Owned by our communities, committed to our members.
CK is your energy.
On the corner of Custer and Main Street in Weatherford, More Than Medicine stands ready to fill your prescriptions in a fast, friendly, and professional way. They also offer an outstanding selection of gifts for people of all ages. Their Gold Crown Hallmark card selection is second to none, and More Than Medicine is the perfect place for a bridal registry. All this, that's why it's called More Than Medicine. Corner of Main and Custer in Weatherford. They're on call for you 24 hours a day.
That concludes this week's edition of the SWOSU Coaches Show. Thanks to our guest this week, women's basketball coach Kelsi Musick, also basketball player Macy Gore, and from the men's basketball side, head coach Terry Evans and basketball player Damion Thornton. I'm Mike Smith, thanking you for watching this week's edition of the SWOSU Coaches Show. Until next time, so long, everybody.
Right.media.